I have a problem in Satisfactory, and what I wanted to be able to do was to get resources from this floor and not just bring them up onto the second floor, but to take them up the further I went up. And I wanted it to be the same resource. And I wanted a kind of a nicer design than what I've seen online so far. I wanted it to be nice and symmetrical to kind of suit the base and to be able to be kind of stackable, to be able to go up more than just 1 or 2 levels, to kind of keep going up. And we spent a few hours on stream and we managed to find this kind of design here. And if you don't like clipping, there is this kind of design. Still kind of clips, but it clips a lot less than kind of this design. The idea is that it takes resources from underneath, brings them up to the first floor, delivers them, and once the conveyor and the constructor is backed up, it then continues to take them up to the second and third and fourth and fifth, or however many floors that you want. It can continue to take the resources up to that floor while kind of keeping it compact and all kind of stacked next to each other and looking kind of nice at the same time. I don't mind this design. I think this looks actually quite nice in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like here, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, so we're going to be using a floor hole for this one. You don't need to use a floor hole. You can just cut a hole in the floor and bring the conveyor up from underneath. It's completely fine and it works. But just for what we're doing now, I'm using a floor hole. So what you're going to do is bring up your conveyor and have the conveyor output pointing outwards. Place the conveyor. Then we're going to be using a splitter for this one because we want the multiple outputs to come out and up and out and forwards. So we're going to be using a splitter here. Then we're going to come over to the side with another merger or conveyor. Make sure that it's kind of lining up with the output holes. Make sure that they're lining up. And then what you want to make sure here as well is that the output lines are the same as the lines that you kind of want to be going up with. Because if you're bringing materials down from above, they're going to be going into the conveyor. So you want to make sure these would be going in, so then these would be going in. We want to be taking materials up, so these are going to be going out, and these are going to be going out. Okay, hopefully that just makes sense. Then what you want to be able to do is line up the holes and then snap it kind of inside the splitter. Then after you've done that, you're going to bring out the your kind of lift conveyor and kind of point it at the kind of where the hole is, and it will snap inside. It will go yellow, and then place that, and then obviously go up to where you want it to be. Place the conveyor. And then you want to get a merge, because again, the materials are coming up from the bottom and going in into the conveyor. So we're going to be wanting a merge here. Make sure then having the merge arrows to be going in on the sides and out at the back. And then that's where the top conveyor is going to be kind of like plugging into. So once that's kind of snapped onto there, I'm going to place that one. And then you can connect the kind of the next conveyor, and again make sure that one's going in because it's receiving the materials in through this way and out, and then that is going up. So then we're going to place that like that. Now it'll be going up the left or the right hand side. It doesn't go up both. I have tried it and for some reason it doesn't go up both. Sorry, yeah. So the other side is pretty much purely cosmetic. So if you want to get that other side in there, you pretty much do exactly the same thing, but on the other side. The arrows, you don't really need to care about them because, again, they're not being used. So you kind of get the merger, you put it inside here, bring out your conveyor, bring it up to the top, and you just kind of like plug it in. And once it's got resources feeding into it, they'll both just have resources and it will take it from one side. And then what you will be able to do is then bring out from here, put the resources will come up from the bottom, they'll come out. Once it's all backed up, then it will go up as well. You can use this for smart splitters as well. It does work and it will prioritize from the left or the right. So if you want to kind of only have overflow go to the top, you'd be able to do that as well with a smart splitter. Or maybe have overflow just come out the front and the prioritized materials going up to the top. You can also do that as well. And And like I just kind of like said a minute ago, it will allow you in a nice kind of easy, compact way to be able to bring materials up multiple floors, as you can kind of see here. If I plug this one in up, I think this is connected. Yeah, there we go. So that's connected there, and that will fill up. And if I come to the third floor here, you can see that they're coming up all the way to the third floor. And if we were to do that again on the fourth floor, it would still go all the way up to the fourth floor with that basic material, or with whatever the material that you wanted to kind of do with there. So yeah, that's kind of how you do that. If you want it to kind of be out a little bit more, when you place this conveyor down here, you just want it to snap inside just one more click. And then you'll be able to have a design more like this than kind of like this. So when you place for this conveyor, it's blue and then kind of go in a bit on one. And if you want to place a conveyor like this, then it's blue and then in two. And then you'd be able to kind of snap up with this kind of design here. But I think, I don't know, I had some kind of critique in chat, and there's people who don't like clipping at all. I completely understand that's fine. I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all. So we made something that I kind of think looks a little bit nicer. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna use it, hopefully it helps you out. But this solves, for me, like a ton of issues. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.